Charles. Chuck celebrating winning that.
I love abnormal, isn't it?
Many more donuts.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Look.
Yep.
Hey, guys, thanks for the tweets. Even though I don't do social media, but we appreciate the tweets.
Yes, we do. Appreciate you hanging out and watching us here on Inside. Oklahoma City, the focal point on Thursday night, the place where Russell Westbrook spent 11 seasons, played more than 800 games in the Thunder uniform, made 8 All-Star teams, won an MVP, and averaged a triple-double in each of his last 3 seasons, all the while running with a motor that only knew one breakneck gear. On July 16th, he was traded to Houston for Chris Paul, and nearly 6 months later, returned to OKC for the first time.
Starting at guard, 6'3" from UCLA, number 0, Russell Westbrook.
King of the mid-range shot.
A lot of love in that building for Russell Westbrook. And
One of the best fan bases in the NBA.
We used to have fun when we were down there.
Yeah, saying we're never going to see it again.
Chris Paul had himself a night on the OKC side.
I'm glad they're doing well, but those fans deserve to have a good competitive team.
Yeah, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has a good guy to learn from, and Chris Paul on that team.
Okay.
I see you.
They just loading up.
They're playing with it.
48-34 at this point. James Harden had a very slow first half.
I don't know if Houston retired from the game last night, but OKC just had more energy from the start.
Oh, they played the Hawks last night.
They still had almost blew a 20-something point lead.
Yeah, it's still a game, Chuck.
Stop it, Shaq.
Westbrook
Oh, they played the
losing
Hawks.
class. Westbrook was the only Rocket enjoying a good night.
That's the like
At the half, it was 6.
Hey, that's the scrimmage.
CP3 pulling up and knocking down.
You know Chris was going to probably. Chris was ready for this game tonight.
Danilo Gallinari, a 29-19 third quarter, as they put this thing out of reach. Oh, yes, it was that kind of a
Type of night.
I know what that's going on.
Shaquille.
Oh, you know it.
Come on, finish that. You got
Capella?
to finish that. Come on.
Oh, season low points for Houston, 92.
They were tired from last night, Chuck.
Oh, look at Chris Paul.
They like the good old days.
What's that called, a nutmeg?
That's in
Go
soccer.
between his legs.
Yes.
Yeah, you just go between the two guys. If it went between the legs, it's a nutmeg.
Okay.
Nutmeg.
You act like it's the good old days when they
That was a ballsy play up there, right, Kenny?
I tell you, Shaq, you act like they went to the Gold Club or something last night.
113 to 92.
Magic City's a
Magic
focal.
City.
And it was a nice way to finish, too, with Russell Westbrook saluting the crowd.
Well, well, listen, they gave him a lot of love. They are great fans in Oklahoma City. They had a tough game, but I was just glad they showed Russ love because he deserved that. I admire that man for giving maximum effort every night. He don't load management, nothing but love and respect. And then Chris Paul, I told you, to me, he's the best leader in the NBA. They got a bunch of young pieces to go with Steven Adams and Chris. They're going to be competitive.
But in games like that, Ernie, you can never do it by yourself. Your teammates they got to step up. And, Houston really didn't have a lot of energy tonight. Didn't shoot the 3-ball well at all. Lackadaisical going defense. But in games like that, you're going to be emotional. Your team has to be,
Yeah, but see, Shaq, that's one of the reasons you guys are higher on the Rockets than I am. Like, if you look at the Rockets, James and Russ have to play well for them to win. Like, they have to play well. I don't think there's any other player in the NBA, a team where you can say, well, this guy has to play well. Like James and Russ have so much responsibility for that Rockets team. If they don't play crazy every night, they're not going to win.
Harden, 17 points on 5 of 17 shooting. That is a season low for him. But Oklahoma City gets 20 from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 18 from Paul, 16 from Schroeder, 23 from Gallinari. Adams goes for 15 and 8. This is Steven Adams' 7th year. First time he's averaged a double-double, 12 and 10 going into this game. So, yeah, I think, as you put it earlier, nice pieces on this team.
Yeah, well, but see, what's going to be interesting, number one, I think Rudy Gobert and Steven Adams are probably the two most underrated players in the NBA. What's going to be very interesting for Oklahoma City is the trading deadline that's coming up in the next month. Because you got two guys who I think could take you from being here to be a champion. That's Chris Paul and Steven Adams. And you have to, Oklahoma City, they got a bunch of...
If you're another team.
If you're another team.
Okay.
Because Chris, if you, like I said, I don't even know what team I have in mind, but if he went to certain teams with his leadership, and Steven Adams, I think he's unbelievable. But I personally believe they got to be sellers, because even as great as they're playing, they're the number 7 seed. And there's no number 7 seed going to go deep in the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Well, we thought, at the beginning of the season, we said this team could be 6, 7, 8, as constructed. But the key is commitment. Is there going to be a commitment to say these are the guys? And so far, they've all bought into we're here, and we're going to maximize our effort, and we're going to play together, and we're going to play the right way. And those 3 guards, with CP3 and Alexander and Gilchrist and Schroeder, they all are effective in different areas of the floor, which is kind of weird. Like usually you have 3 guards, like 1 or 2 of them do the same thing. They all do different things and difficult to guard, but are they committed to this group and just building in with more draft picks, or they're saying nope? We don't mind. We don't even care if we don't make the playoffs, and we're gonna be sellers, and we're gonna get rid of Chris Paul. We're gonna trade Adams, and we're gonna really go young, or not? Because Chuck, they could, be 7 seed this year, bring in a draft pick, make one more slight move, and then all of a sudden you're 4. So
no, because you have to factor.
Stop it, Kenny.
You have to, Kenny. Because first of all, you have to factor in Chris's age.
36.
He's 36. Mm-hmm. And old people don't get old. They don't get better. They get older. And listen, the Lakers and the Clippers are the 2 best teams in the West.
True.
Then you got Utah.
And this is where I'm saying between Utah, Denver.
They're not better than Utah and Denver.
I'm saying that they could construct the team very similar to what they
I think that's a great question, Shaq. I don't know if they're better than Dallas. That'll be a great series. But the top 4 teams are set. Lakers, Clippers, Denver, Utah. Utah's playing great right now. But those 4 teams are the best in the West by far, and I think the Clippers and the Lakers have separated themselves,
Westbrook,
in my opinion.
Westbrook, 34, leads everybody on the night, but the Rockets lose by 21 at OKC. Boston and Philadelphia. And Joel Embiid not playing in this one against Kemba Walker and the Celtics because he's got ligament damage in that dislocated ring finger on his left hand, and so he's going to have surgery on Friday.
Step you back.
Yeah, Kemba doing what Kemba does.
Yeah, he came out firing after that ejection.
13 points in the first quarter. Boston was up 9.
Oh, who he play for?
Yeah, like Norvell Pell, huh? Cantor with the finish underneath. It was a 12-point game, and then a 12-0 run by Philadelphia got him back in this thing. That's Josh Richardson,
Ernie,
who had 29.
See, this I told you tonight, this is the beginning of the Sixers season right now. It's time for Ben to be a leader, be great. I like that. But also, Josh and Tobias, those guys go out to step up. So this is the time when your team's going to grow.
Philly hit them 19-4 early in the third quarter. Kemba for 3 there, and then Ben Simmons.
I think they will step up, Chuck, because even though Ben's doing his post move, he don't like to shoot. All you got to do is run to get to your spot.
I would love to play with a guy like Ben who didn't want to shoot the ball, and all you got to do is run it forward, stand out there and shoot threes like you guys do today.
That's Norvell Pell again with the block on Cantor and the little finger wave.
I don't know where somebody named their kid Norvell.
Erkan Korkmaz connected there, and then...
Sound like an ice cream, don't it?
Yeah, come on.
Can you hand me some of that Norvell?
Yeah, can you give me some Norvell ice cream?
What kind do you want?
Norvell, the best ice cream.
Yeah.
You are always selling, big fella.
Hey, shout out to my guy Elton Brand for going out getting Al Horford.
Yeah.
who's going to be really huge.
You just shouting him out. He's been there all year.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, well, they haven't played well enough for me to talk about this.
Kenny, what's wrong with his jump hook?
Yeah, it's a little further back. It's behind his head instead of on the side of his head.
It works.
Yeah, it does work.
Ben
Work when
Simmons
it
on the
goes
night, 19 points on 9 of 15 shooting. Horford had 17, 8, and 6. First time he's had better than 15 points in a month.
Shout out to Lakers for getting Anthony Davis. Since you shouting out people doing stuff 8 months later.
Yeah, my bad. Shout out to LeBron James for getting out.